ladies and gentlemen, from the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring, let's get ready to rumble!
Boxing store.
Best store in Europe. Boxing gloves, boxing shoes, shorts, anything boxing. Just started a Muay Thai line, mixed martial arts, MMA, anything combat-wise.
They've got it all, so shop online or in store.
Champs Boxing Store is your people.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching or listening to this, and welcome to another episode of Behind the Bell, proudly sponsored by Champs Boxing Store. And as we announced last week, we're now in association with the British and Irish Boxing Authority. This week we're joined by Matt. Hi Matt, how you doing?
How's it going, Lee? You all right, mate?
And as you can see as well, we've got a special guest this week. She's the head of Checkmate Promotions. It's Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Welcome to the show.
Hiya.
Kelly, you're not only a promoter I see you're also a professional trainer. So tell us a little bit how you got into it.
Well, I was born into boxing. My dad would always have the boxing on the TV, always loved it. I got into the coaching side of boxing about 4 or 5 years ago, helping on the unlicensed white collar scene. I already had a little bit of background knowledge into sports and fitness and nutrition. I loved it from the word go, even from holding the bucket to running around after the fighters. Then I decided I was quite fortunate that my partner at the time said he wanted me to do his corner supervised by another head coach. He felt more comfortable with me around him. So I sort of thought, oh my gosh, these are some big shoes. Loved it, soaked in all the experience, all the knowledge from a couple of different coaches, and said, I want to give it a bash, and do you trust me? Went from strength to strength, really, coached sort of 3 or 4 people, and loved it. And then sort of going through on the unlicensed scene, seeing that, sometimes people don't have the boxer's best interest at heart, I kind of took it on to think, okay, I genuinely have people's best interest at heart, and I'm going to become managing, took over the management role and went on to promoting to sort of do my own thing.
That's because sometimes, like, I'll get you. Like, I've been on the white collar scene a few times. Like, you're bang on. They don't care. A lot of them don't care. They don't care about the fight. All they care about is their ticket money. That's about it. And sometimes we've got to take the ball by the horns ourselves. Like, at the end of the day, like Gianluca said, the last episode, out of the fighter, safety is the biggest priority there is out there.
Yeah, and I think that there's too many people that really don't give a shit, to put it bluntly. I want to go to sleep at night not worrying about the fighter. I want to know that I can look their family in their face and know that I've done everything in my power to protect them, and that to me it is the most important thing. But also I think it's also you get a lot of, I see it on socials now, is people looking for fights for their fighters, but they want someone to come and lose. Right. That isn't boxing. Just little guys selling like 80 tickets, so now you want to pay someone to come and just so he can win the fight to sell you more tickets for your next show. Like, yeah. To me, like, that's not boxing and that's not real. But I like to keep things real. Like, you fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So
100%.
yeah.
How do you ensure the fighter's safety within your promotion?
So we have a doctor. We have all the medical licenses checked before the fights are sanctioned. We have a doctor at the event to do the pre-fight medicals. We have doctor, 2 paramedics ringside throughout the duration of the fights. The doctor then will also do the post-fight checks, and paramedics on standby. When I say about a doctor, the doctor specialises in head trauma. I know what you should be doing as a doctor to check my fighters. And if you don't do it, I'm going to call you out on it. Because whether it's my fighters or other fighters, every single person, you should be doing the minimum things as an absolute minimum. And then any concerns. I've had fighters argue with me because their blood pressures have been too high and they're not allowed to fight. You know, please can you talk to paramedics? Other shows would have spoke to them. There's no good me speaking to them. If your blood pressure's too high, you can't fight. That's the end of the line, you know. It's no.
Not to shit on white collar, but that's exactly what happened with me when I did the ultra white collar event. I suffered from high blood pressure, and all I needed was a letter from my GP, and I was allowed to do the camp and fight. But even before the fight, my blood pressure was too high, and then it made me go and sit down for half an hour, then still allowed me to fight.
Yeah.
But at the time, I wasn't aware of the situation because of boxing. To me, as a casual fan, boxing was just entertainment. Since working with Matt and doing this now and realising how serious of a sport boxing is, looking back now, it was quite a dangerous situation.
There needs to be more of like what you're doing, Kelly, across the board, I feel.
Yeah. I totally agree, yeah.
Like there was, what was it? I did hear about one the other day. I might have been at the Indigo O2 and they'd done the same thing. The fella had high blood pressure, ended up getting knocked out. Who's going to care about him now?
Yeah.
Like it's just awful that people just see the dollar signs and not the bigger picture.
That's the world we live in, isn't it? Money talks to a lot of people.
It does. So Kelly, also being like a female trainer, female promoter, the women's boxing game is booming at the minute. I'm loving it. Who's the main one you like to see and watch?
So I try regularly to go and watch Savannah Marshall and Katie Taylor. I also have been to all of Ebony Jones's pro fights because I really see her coming on well in boxing. Stevie Levy, I've been meaning, I watch every one of her fights on TV, and I've met her at a couple of events and had chats with her and stuff, and I'm determined to go to her next fight. Every time her fight comes up, I've got something booked, or I'm out on a show myself, and I said to her about the last one, and I've booked something else, but next year I'm definitely, because she's a sound girl and she's very down to earth, and I like her story.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, I like the look of. I watched on the last fight in Australia.
Sky Nicholson.
Yeah,
she's going to do well. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a good fighter.
Who else do I like? Terry Harper. Love Terry. I like her style. Love her style. I've got a soft spot for Ebony Bridges. I really have.
Is it the boobs though, or is it the boxing?
You know what? It's just like it's just a story. Like when Shannon Courtney beat her, and a lot of my mates went, "Actually, she's a write-off." So I went, "I promise you, within a year, she's going to be world champion." She's got that bite. She's got that. She bites down. She ain't scared of having a row.
Do you know what it is? I think because she's probably faced a lot of adversity, it's made her. It's a bit like my story with boxing, with being a woman in a primarily men's sport, especially doing the job that I don't know many female professional boxing coaches. I'd be interested actually if you could find a few for me, because I struggle to find them. It is when you go against that kind of adversity and people sort of doubting you and trying to put the doubts in you, it makes you more determined to succeed. And I think because she's got that in her, she ain't going to back down, and she will keep at it, and she will just keep achieving.
Yeah. No, I love that. I'm loving the women's boxing more than the men's at the minute, because there's less politics, I find. Like the two women, they want to go at it. They'll agree to whatever they agree with, and then no more talking. It's done. It's on. I'll see you in now, and I love that.
That's what I love about Savannah Marshall, because she's no hype. She don't hype herself up. She agrees to fight, and I think, in my opinion, that probably didn't help with the Clarissa Shields fight, because there was so much hype, so much of the media that, like, she just likes to do her business and get it done. Like, it's not being on TV every 5 minutes having cameras shoved in your face. But unfortunately, when you're at that level, like, that is what happens. You know?
Yeah. Well, I was there that night for Clarissa.
I was there as well, yeah.
What a night it was.
Yeah.
It was a great night of boxing. A lot of controversy as well. Like, people are sitting next to you going, "No, she won that now." I don't agree. She's won.
You know, I went home and watched it back the next day, because I wasn't as near as I normally am when I watch it. So I went home and watched it back on the TV the next day, all the fights, because I was saying about the Maya fight, I was a bit unsure as to who won that fight. But then I watched it back, and actually it was much clearer. I think I do that with a lot of fights. Like, I'll watch them twice, because you kind of watch it from, like, you get involved thinking, "Oh, this is the right good scrap," but then somebody will go, "Well, actually, they didn't win," so I'll then watch it back, scoring it.
Yeah, like, to be honest, sitting there when I was sitting actually at the venue watching it, I was like, Terry's nicking these rounds. Like, but and then when I watched, like, I've done the same as you, watched it back, and I was like, maybe not then.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, but it was a great night of boxing, one of the best nights of boxing as a spectator I've been to.
Is there much politics involved at your level of promotion?
I don't really know at this point, because this is my first professionally licensed boxing event. I mean, I did the unlicensed. I don't really know yet. You know, I'm hoping that, I do feel like what I've sort of gauged from talking to different people is, again, it's been a little bit of, "Oh, she's a female, what does she know?" It's more about the fact I've got a vagina, like, that it's not like but the thing is, right, some of these people, like, they'll think that, but actually when they get to know me, or they chat to me and realise, like, I know my shit, and I'm quite transparent, and I say it how it is, and I just don't, my moral compass is good. Like, I think then they realise that actually she might be a female, but she's actually all right. You know, I do feel it's harder because I'm female, to be honest. But time will tell, you know. Time will tell, because I ain't about to quit.
No, I don't. Well, obviously I've done a little bit of research on your Checkmate Instagram page, and your shows look excellent. They look really good. Like the lighting you have around them and things like that.
That's what Checkmate is like. Each show we've tried to develop a little bit more. Like, we're not perfect, you know. But we want to develop each stage to make something perfect, you know. And I think, you know, our last shows we had performers, we had fire breathers. The show in December, we haven't got performers this time, but we have got 3 shows booked next year. And then we're hoping to have some performers and things like that put back in. But to me, for December, it was about building the basics of the professionally licensed boxing events. And getting my name out there more on that side rather than on the unlicensed side, and to say, you know, those guys that have been to our shows, they're so like excited for it because they know it's going to be a good night, and it's well run, and we want to stand out in the Midlands, like Midlands, West Midlands, because there aren't, and we're not a small hall show. Like our venue's capacity is between 700 and 1,000 people. We're not a typical little social club. You know, I want to be able to give boxers a platform to showcase their skills, and because boxers they want nice pictures. They want it to look good. You know, you've got to also think about from their point of view with marketing or with them getting sponsorships. Not only if we treat them well and everything appears well, because social media is a big thing nowadays, you know, they're going to keep coming back, and I'm just going to keep building on that.
Well, I know for sure that me and Lee and the cameraman will be will be there on the 9th.
The press passes have gone in the post today, actually.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate that invitation, Kelly. So thank you very much. We will be there. We will be. I think we are going to do something live for the night and the show on the page, and then do something for our YouTube channel as well. All right. Yeah. So you've just spoke about the 9th, your show on the 9th. So where is that?
It's at Sports Connection in Brighton-on-Dunsmore in Coventry.
Yeah, so you've got more. You said you've got more. So when's the dates for them?
So we have March the 12th, which is an afternoon show. It's a Sunday. We're going to go for an afternoon show on that one, and we have July the 1st, which is a big arena show. So that's the venue has two units that we use, so that capacity is actually 1,000 in July. And then October the 28th, we are back in the same arena that we're in this time on another evening show.
Oh, wicked. So guys, if you're around the Coventry or willing to travel, get your tickets, especially for the 9th of December.
Yeah, we've got them on Eventbrite, or drop us a message and we can send the link through. It's going to be a good night.
Get your tickets, come down, enjoy your night just before Christmas parties. I can guarantee you, but a boxing night is a good party. So Kelly, the last question we've got for you, and we asked this, it's a new thing. So if you were stuck on an island, yeah, and you was only allowed to take 3 boxers with you, who would they be?
Oh God. Say my partner first.
Right.
I'm going to say Stevie Levy. I think she'll be up for a laugh. She'll keep it light-hearted. And it's really hard. From Katie Taylor or Savannah Marshall. Katie Taylor.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah.
She's like a shark herself, isn't she? Really.
I feel like she can do all the manual work. I'll feed her. She can do the manual work. Yeah. So Stevie, Katie Taylor, and JMP.
Wicked. Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for inviting us to come up to Coventry to do a report on your show. Really appreciate it, guys. Again, if you want a night out, watch some boxing. If you're a boxing fan and you're in Coventry, hit Checkmate on Instagram up. We'll put the link in the bio, and buy your tickets.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7 Nation army couldn't hold me back.
brilliant interview with Kelly and Checkmate Promotions. It's really good to see a promotion that wants to take care of its fighters, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. I like to see that Kelly obviously knows what she's talking about. She knows how to obviously run a show. Good to see the female starting the promotions as well. I love that. Love it. I wish Kelly and her team well. Keep doing her. I hope she keeps doing her thing, and keep smashing it out there. Can't wait to get down there and or up there even to go and watch the show on the 9th.
Well, Matt, we're going to hopefully try and do a live this week, aren't we, on Friday? So keep an eye out on our page if you want to come and join us and give your opinions, views, or just talk anything boxing.
Yes, mate. Yeah, Friday should be around about 7ish.
Yeah.
We'll be on Instagram Live and having a little chat about boxing, about the recent boxing news. And yeah, guys, happy for your input. Just come and join us, have a laugh with us, quite relaxed. Just come and enjoy it.
Well, Matt, thank you for your time this week, and I hope you have a good week, and I will see you next week.
Thanks, mate. See you later on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, from the four corners of the world to the four corners of this ring, let's get ready to rumble!
Boxing store.
Best store in Europe. Boxing gloves, boxing shoes, shorts, anything boxing. Just started up a Muay Thai line, mixed martial arts, MMA, anything combat wise.
They've got it all, so shop online or in store.
Champs Boxing Store is your people.